Hey guys, here to do a health update. No, it's been a while, but for those who are interested, I'm going to try and tell you guys what's been going on in, I guess, the last few months, frankly. So here are my notes. First things first, my pre-existing conditions, or what you guys know about, I do have fibromyalgia. For those who don't know, it's an issue. It's an autoimmune disease having to do with the nerves that causes a bunch of stuff. Most common is frequent pain. The pain regarding the fibromyalgia to date honestly it's worse, but I expect that only because I still have my pretty long commutes. I now work more or less full-time and I go to school part-time, so I'm seated at a desk for the majority of the day, and when it comes to classes I still have labs and whatnot, so my body is a little bit more taxed, so by the time I get home my joints are still upset. So the pain is still there, and of course I don't sleep well due to the pain, which means I start off the following day even achier, so it's a bit of a cycle, but you know, at least I know that poison. I'm quite accustomed to it. The hypothyroidism, my thyroid is still hypo. It's still low. I am still like literally 0.2 above the bottom end of normal. That value doesn't seem to change ever. So I take a supplement every morning. I take a hormone replacement every morning, and that value still hasn't gone anywhere. They're considering upping that for me, and they're also considering maybe another way to administer the drug. Maybe taking a tablet isn't the best, at least the best for my body, because I still have all the symptoms of low thyroid. I still lose my hair to some extent, more on that later, and I still get very cold very, very easily. So that one is still there. The fatigue is worse, but I now understand why the fatigue is worse. I had blood work done in May of this year. Yeah, in May of this year I had the blood work done, and I'm being seen by a new rheumatologist who I will eventually, or very quickly, very soon, kick to the curb because I don't particularly take to him very well. And he sent me out for more blood work. When I met him, I explained, well, to be honest, what I think I've told you guys before, when I meet physicians, I don't tell them what the other physicians have told me. I like them to do their own work because I want to know exactly where they're coming from or what they're thinking, because I think I'm being bounced around without getting any concrete answers. So I don't help the doctors out at all, and if you're a doctor worth your name, you should be able to figure me out without, you know, cheating on what other physicians have said. Now, some may not agree with that method, but when you've seen as many ologists as I have, you get kind of sick of them bouncing off the same idea. So I saw a new gentleman back in May, and he said, well, you look very lupus-like, and those were the terms he used. Now, lupus is something that I've been hearing about since 2011. My internist thought I had lupus. I was tested. The test that they use is an ANA titer. It's not exclusive to lupus, but they use it as one of the major diagnostic tools when diagnosing lupus, and it was negative at that time. I also heard about lupus when I saw my dermatologist last year when my hair was coming out by the handful, and she said, well, have you ever been tested for lupus? I said, well, yes, as a matter of fact I have, and it was negative. And she tested me again, and it was negative. So I guess deep down I knew. I kind of, in the back of my head, I didn't want to, but I was like, yeah, it's kind of sounding like that. But I was banking on this ANA titer being negative. Now, what I have learned since is that, one, I have SLE lupus. Yay. Just another autoimmune thing. And when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, the doctor said that because I had started showing symptoms so early in life from my teens, that he believed it was secondary to something else. Secondary meaning it was in conjunction with or as a result of some other autoimmune disease. Auto meaning self, immune meaning to do with the immune system. So he figured that it's very unlike a 16-year-old to have symptoms of fibromyalgia. It's typically far later in life. But again, we could never get a positive test. Now, it's also very unusual to have only one autoimmune disease. To date, I have 3. Lupus, SLE lupus is the latest individual. Something called Raynaud's disease or Raynaud's syndrome. I'll put it in the bottom. It basically means that you lose circulation to your peripheral, your digits. So my fingers and my toes and my lips turn blue and then purple when I get in any kind of chilly environment, something that persons wouldn't find cold. And to be frank, I don't necessarily feel cold initially, but I'm over here turning purple. But that's neither here nor there. That comes with the lupus. It comes with the circulatory problems that come with the lupus. And of course I have fibromyalgia, which is my old terror. Where the hell was that? Okay, anywho, the point is I now have lupus. What does that mean? Well, they're more concerned about me only because of my family history with kidney disease. I lost somebody very, very, very close to me due to complications of kidney failure, so they think I need to see a nephrologist from now just to make sure that my kidney values, well, the tests for all of my kidney values are going to be okay. I already have the clotting problems that come with lupus. Even though I still to date haven't gotten a positive ANA value in blood tests, I show all the other markers for inflammation, all the other markers for coagulation issues. My blood still clots more than it should. It clots faster than it should. I was told that I will have issues later in life carrying a child successfully because of the clotting issues that come with lupus. Now, that was like a blow to the stomach for me. I wanted to jump off a building on that one, but it is not impossible, and there are lots of women with SLE lupus who go on to have healthy pregnancies. I will just be high risk, and I'll have to take certain steps both prior to and during the pregnancy to maintain the health of both myself and my unborn child or children. That one hurt, but I'm still alive, so I'm gonna be a mama at some point. So that's another thing. Rolling right with that, the depression and the anxiety, shit's stressful. Life is stressful. Interpersonal relationships, health issues with myself, my mom, my brother, finances, all of it is pretty much driving me up the wall. But that's life. I mean, I would feel better physically if I was in a better place emotionally on a daily basis, because stress complicates all of your illnesses, whether it be mental or physical. The best thing you can do if you have any kind of illness, physical illness, is to limit your stress, but that's easier said than done. I mean, life living in this day and age is freaking stressful. So I don't know how to do it. Shit. My mental health is where my mental health tends to be. I have my ups and then I have my downs and then I crawl my way back. Every day I get out of bed is a success for me. Every day I make it to work is a success for me. Every day I stay there and not snap or cry or run the hell out of the office is a success for me. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm being pretty damn successful of late. It sucks. When I started this, I was 24 and 6. I know I'm 26 and sicker. I have lost 90 odd pounds to date, and I'm still, it's like the more I lost weight, the sicker I got, which you just have to be like, really? For real? That's how this is going to pan out? You're supposed to lose weight and feel healthier. That's one of the major perks to losing weight. You feel as though you have longevity. You feel as though you've improved your well-being. But as the months have gone on, I have gotten more ill with time. So I'm battling that. I'm battling the fact that, you know, whoa, the hell is me? I mean, how the hell is that fair? But this is my cross, and the fact that I can sit here and make videos about this, I think I'm doing okay. I'm going to give myself at least an okay on that. I'm still here, and I don't spend my days complaining about what's wrong. No, it is forever on my mind, because the problem with chronic illness is that it is chronic. It is always there. It never leaves you alone, and you don't get to forget it. But you don't have to say it every time you think it, and you don't have to act like that's how you're living or how you're feeling. You can live in spite. Now I'm saying this now and check me like, oh, I'm gonna be pissed off because my knee hurts. But I can still say it, and I'm gonna keep saying it till I believe it, and I believe it for longer than an hour. So that is my health update. I have a PCOS update coming, but that one is bigger and more complicated, and it's good news though. It's good. It's good. So I'll do a separate video on that for those who are in the polycystic ovarian syndrome clique and want to know about that. So y'all, I'm sick, but I'm alive. Quality of life, I'm working on it. So that's my health update, guys. For the love of God, be healthy, be happy. It ain't just a Cheerios ad. Bye, y'all.